Good morning, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to put foundation and concealer on in a way that will hopefully minimize any of the fine lines you may have around your eyes. To start off with, what you should do is always start with a moisturizer on your face. And you let it sit in for about an hour before you put anything else on. And that will help really get your skin moisturized and will really help with some of these fine lines around your eyes. I apologize, my dog Jackson is barking. What really shows the fine lines on our eyes a lot of times is our dry skin. So if you can put a moisturizer on, that will really help make some of these fine lines go away. You can kind of see, sorry this video isn't very good, you can kind of see I have a lot of laugh lines and fine lines around my eyes, and I really don't want the foundation and concealer to set in to those. So today what I'm going to be using is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. You can see that right here. I'm in the shade 115. This is a pretty good foundation, pretty light, medium to full coverage, but I have found that it is one of the foundations that really won't set in these fine lines around your eyes. So what you want to do, shake that up really good. Anything liquid you always want to shake up, that's probably a given. And you're going to apply it with a a damp beauty blender. What I like to do first is just put a little on my fingers, put that in the areas that I'm going to want some makeup on. Okay. Then I'm going to take this beauty blender and I'm just going to start dabbing away. And I always have this funny look on my face. Because I want to get under my eyes. And you just kind of keep patting that. A tip to making this look like your natural skin color is go up on your ears a little bit. A lot of times what will happen is you'll get your foundation on and you'll have it match your neck and your chin, but then your ears will be a completely different color. So I like to blend up into that a little bit as well. And I just keep patting away. I do light pats at first to get the product all the way around the face, and then I really start to pound that in. You want that to really get into your skin. So it's almost like beating up your face here a little bit. Have it come down on your neck. You obviously don't want a delineated line across your chin and neck. And we want it to try to look as natural as possible. And just keep packing that around your nose. Get in the corners of your nose there. But blend the corners of your nose pretty good. You don't want it to be really thick right there. I find sometimes with some of these foundations, if you don't get it in there really good, it will look very cakey around your nose, and you don't want that. Alright, you can see that I have my foundation on now, and so far it's not kicking up around my eyes. I have some circles today from lack of sleep. Some of the concealer is going to help with that. I'll do a close-up here towards the end, and hopefully you can see that the foundation and concealer won't be caked up in there. Alright, give it to where you like it. Okay. So next I'm going to do concealer, and one of the best concealers out there that does not crease under your eyes and really doesn't cake into your fine lines is this Tarte Shape Tape concealer. It's probably the best concealer I've found so far. I am in shade Fair, and I'm going to apply this now. Now what I like to do, I like to go in sort of a weird triangle right there. And then you're going to take that same damp Beauty Blender and you're going to start packing that in around your eyes. I like to go down. Now, I like to go up the side of my nose as well. Okay, so you should be able to tell the difference between these two sections. This section should be looking much brighter. Here, let me turn this light off and see if that helped. Okay. This section should be looking much brighter than this section. It's helped with the circles under my eyes a little bit, helped with some of the discoloration, and is not sticking in. You can see the fine lines, but it's not really caking in. Okay. In the next video, I'll go over this again and I'll show you a couple of other tips on how to get your makeup to last under your eyes all day long. But right now, we're going to do the same thing. A little triangle there. Same damp Beauty Blender. And we're going to start packing that in. And you're going to go up the nose and around the eye. Down your cheek a little bit. And those are starting to look a little better. Now, what you want to do, because you don't want your concealer to crinkle or crease under your eye, not that this one does, this one really doesn't, but what you're going to do is you're going to set it with powder so that it doesn't move during the day. But for us ladies that are a little older and we are getting wrinkles around the eyes, the one thing that we want to avoid is dryness and heavy makeup products, because those will set in those wrinkles and make your wrinkles very obvious. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a setting powder. What I'm using is the Laura Mercier. I have the powder in the lid, so it's going to be hard to show it to you. I'll show it to you in a minute. A Laura Mercier setting powder. It's probably one of the best. And I have just this little brush. This is an old synthetic brush from MAC, I think. I'm going to dab a little bit. Then I'm going to tap off the excess, because you want a very fine amount of powder on this brush. I don't know if you can see, but there's not that much powder on this brush. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take this and you're just going to dab it where you put that foundation and that concealer. Now, you want to dab, you don't want to rub. If you rub, you're going to disturb the product that you just put down on your face. And we don't want to do that. just dab that in pretty good. And we're going to take another little dab for the other eye. And again, not very much. And you're just going to start dabbing that around your under eye. Because again, we want this to set, we want this to stay all day, but we really want to try to avoid making those fine lines pop out. Okay, so then to finish off the foundation and the concealer, you're going to take some more concealer. What I like to do is make kind of a Y right there. You're going to go down your lip. You're going to go down your nose and your chin. And I have, unfortunately, earned an age spot on this side of my cheek. So I also like to put it there because while this concealer is going to brighten our face in the areas that we just put it, it is also concealer for a reason. Same damn beauty blender, and you're just going to start blending that out. These spots are also where later on I would put highlighter. Highlighter would help really make your face bright and youthful looking and make it look a little younger. But you really want this area, this T, to look bright. And then of course where I put the concealer, that helps cover up that age spot. Okay, so that right there is how we do our makeup so that we can cover up some of these fine lines. Let me try to find, I'm sorry for spinning you around. Now if I get in kind of close, obviously I have wrinkles. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that other than some cosmetic surgery. But you can see the makeup is not caked in there. It's not making, if your makeup cakes, you're going to notice these wrinkles are going to look like this. And that's not what you want. You want the skin to be as smooth as can possibly be and make these wrinkles not look like this. Okay? Obviously this would be a little bit better if I'd gotten some sleep. But that in a nutshell is what you need to do to make your fine lines not appear too crazy. The other thing we're going to do, which I did forget, and I apologize, we're going to set you right back up there, is you do want to set the rest of your face. So you're going to put some more of that setting powder on, but you're going to avoid putting any more powder in these areas because we already put powder there and we don't want a whole lot more. So you're going to take that same Laura Mercier powder, you're going to put it on a brush. This is just a e.l.f. brush that I got. Super inexpensive, but a pretty good brush. You tap off the excess so you don't have that much on. And you just do that on every side. And again, avoid this area. Get your forehead and the nose. And then I like to go back down and get the chin, the mouth area. And then I just like to come down and make it all. So that's how you do that. For those of you that haven't seen it, let me show you this Laura Mercier packaging. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can... best setting powder out there. And that's the foundation for the rest of your makeup. In the next video, I'll show you a tutorial on how to do a nice everyday work look with your eyeshadow and blush. But until then, catch you on the flip side.